You wanted to get yourself an e-commuter, not a second mortgage, but traditional cyclists are starting to confuse the situation a little bit and giving you too many options, all right? There's a few things that I wish I would have known before I started out on this journey on upgrading my cycle. And first thing you got to remember is that you can do whatever you want. So all those rules of that community do not apply to you, okay? What you want to do is what you do, all right? That's your bike. Don't worry about it. There's freedom in this, okay? Any sort of rules that are out there, it doesn't really matter. What a road biker needs is gonna be different than what a commuter needs. It's gonna be different than what a weekend warrior needs. It's gonna be different than the needs of someone that has a cargo bike or someone that's delivering with this, okay? Do what you want, do what kind of fits right for you, experiment. I mean, obviously look into what other people have done, but that's not the end all be all. So you're free to do whatever you want, okay? Second thing you gotta remember is that not everything fits right, nothing is standard, okay? So make sure you measure your bike, look into your manufacturer and see what it actually fits in your bike. Like, no one tells you that, okay? And that's because nothing is standard. Just like you can do whatever you want, that means that so do bike manufacturers. They also do whatever they want. And what you discover is that when you're trying to make your stuff work, you're gonna have to experiment a lot, all right? It's just not gonna work the first time. Things aren't gonna fit. You need to measure your stuff. You need to look at, see what you specifically have. Even different generations or even the same manufacturer bike, you buy it from someone, they have modified it, okay? So nothing fits. So make sure you get to know your specific bike. Make sure you know what you're going to use it for, what it's capable of doing. But that's okay that nothing fits. You got to fiddle around with it. Find out what actually works for you. Okay, that's a wonderful thing. It's a freedom that we get since nothing fits. Right? Now, one of the accessories that I kind of was wondering about was mudguards. Are they worthwhile or not? Well, easy way to figure out a mudguard is going to be worth it for you is, do you live somewhere that rains a lot? If the answer is you don't get a lot of rain, then you probably shouldn't get a mudguard, all right? Because you probably are not going to have the need for that. If you're someone that's concerned with speed, so if you are not concerned with speed, then you're not going to really care if you have mudguards on or not. Do your winters get snow? The main reason I actually got mudguards wasn't for mud. It was because there was so much rain being splashed at my feet and my back that I was soaked. That was a really useful thing, and especially when it was kind of wet out, when it snowed and it rained, that's when these mudguards really came in clutch, all right? Now, the surprising area and the place that I gotta say that these mudguards have been really important for me is that they really, they took the midlife crisis situation away from me, and they made my bike a little funky, but it gave me a place to add more lights. It gave me a place to add some reflectors so that I'm more visible at night. And that's why these things are gonna stay on year round. Did I have to fiddle around with them a bunch? Yeah, way too much. I wish they'd tell you about how much fiddling. These things don't fit right, okay? I could have probably gotten a different brand, anything else, but it's really hard to get them to fit right. I'm sitting around messing with them for hours trying to get them right. They'll be good for a while and they'll rattle off. And that's the thing that no one really tells you is that you're going to have to fiddle with them a bunch. Also, community's a little weird here. I thought, hey, I'm in the bike community. I'll get to know what's going on. But what I find is that road bikers are on a different mission. These folks are here to exercise, okay? Mountain bikers are not thinking about mud guards or any accessories from the perspective I am. They're thinking about how can they get out there, tear it up, and have the most amount of fun, all right? Like, I get it, okay? Those cool kids that have the single speed fixed gear bicycle, okay? They have different transportation needs that they're trying to get there in a different way than I am. And also e-bikers, wow, we are wild and we are diverse. I'm one of those bicycle e-bikers, so I probably feel like I'm better than everyone because my bike is very much like a bicycle, but hey, you know what? I'm also doing 20 miles an hour really quickly. So my needs, my considerations have turned out to be different. So, you know, keeping that in mind is that because nothing is the same, nothing fits, you can do what you want. That means that you got to make your own bit of a community. If you want to be part of this, if you want to be involved, you know, figure out who you want to be around. Find those people, do it with them, hit them up. use this as an opportunity right now. This video, send this video to someone that you want to do coffee with once a week. Connect with someone around. And that's kind of one of the benefits, one of the surprise things that I kind of discovered, trying to get these Mudguards on, is that, I had to stop a bunch, try to fix it, and I got to know some of my neighbors. I got to explore the world around me, and I got to see how that world is different. And that's kind of the cool thing. But the nice thing is that once they're on there, you get that benefit. Now, what are some of the nice things about being a cyclist? And one of the things that I've enjoyed that people don't really tell you is that you get to see different parts of your neighborhood, your town, your city in a different way. Whether you're e-biking like I do when I'm commuting on a daily basis, I kind of hit the same places, and in that I see opportunity for us to connect, to slow down, places where in between, we can stop and get coffee, or maybe it's a spot where we'll grab lunch on the way to work for a long commute. I really feel like a lot of business opportunities are missed because we get in our cars, we don't talk to anyone, we go somewhere, we're in a cage, we don't interact with people, and that's how you can't build community if you're just faking it. I see folks that are getting in their cars, going to a destination, and they're biking. No hate, but I'm just saying, this is an opportunity lost to connect with your neighbors. We're doing the same thing, getting in our car, going to go mountain biking. Now, obviously, not everyone can go mountain biking at the drop of a hat. Not everyone can go road biking at the drop of a hat. Not everyone has the opportunity to commute to work like I do, because I happen to live in a proximity that makes sense, and I had access to resources to get an e-bike that make it something that's doable on a daily basis. But at the same time, do what you can. Find out where you are, slowing down a little bit, getting in your community. Woo. Hey.
Beautiful evening, eh?
You enjoying the same thing you're enjoying, man. Awesome. And that's just kind of like the deal is, find a place where you can connect a little bit closer with the people around you, so that way you're not looking for the sense of community elsewhere, because this is an opportunity to slow down and connect. I say, if you want to be able to find out what the best part of your neighborhood are, what the best part of your community is, get together with one of your buddies and say, hey, once a week, we're going to ride to a spot. We're going to ride to a coffee shop that's in proximity, maybe in between your two neighborhoods, and see if you can just start a group and see if you can, after a while, invite another person. See what happens. Nothing big. Just try to connect with some people in your area. All right. I hope that you got something useful out of this. You share this with someone else that doesn't want to be frustrated anymore with these accessories, okay? Just remember, you can do what you want. These accessories, you have freedom. Not everything's going to fit, so make sure you try to measure things. And the best part, I think, is in the maintenance of them. Later, Rangers.